The other day, a client said to me, "My husband wants me to let the baby cry, but I can't bear it." You recognize this? Well, here's some surprising advice. Your child is not giving you a hard time. Your child is most likely having a hard time. And this is the only way that your wee one knows how to express that it's experiencing something that is maybe uncomfortable or maybe even painful. It can be teething, growing pains, upset tummies, just uncomfortable because, heat or cold or tight clothes or dirty nappies. And your baby isn't yet in a position to literally speak up and tell us what's bothering them, obviously. So, what would you do to make yourself clear if you didn't have words to express yourself with? You'd probably make yourself heard by crying. And how can anyone expect this to just magically change by letting them cry all night? What's the cost of doing nothing? And it's entirely your choice, and there's no judgment here. But yeah, what is the cost of doing nothing? At the same time, it is, and I understand that it's extremely hard when your husband says one thing and the baby wants another, and you're left in the middle because yes, you want to go to sleep as well, but you don't want to leave the baby to cry. And maybe throw another couple of kids in the mix who may just wake up and cause even more mayhem and a bigger fuss. If you're really unlucky and, boom, your anxiety is hitting that roof again. So how to cope? Who forgot to hand you the instruction manual at birth? I wondered this many, many a times. There's triggers everywhere, and all you really want is peace and quiet. You want a really good night's sleep and some guidance of what the bloody hell to do, and hopefully get some guidance without being judged. But when the overwhelm and the anxiety and the worries, when they take over, there's just no space left for anything else up here. Or is there? What else is there up here when you look past that cloud of worry and confusion, the anxiety, the dread, the overthinking that you seem to have become stuck in? Let me tell you that, there are lots of solutions. And the good news is that they are already up here. You have lots of solutions up here that honestly can help you to get rid of all these horrible emotions that you're experiencing, or get them down to an acceptable level at the very, very least. I know that sounds almost too good to be true. It's a bit like that instruction manual that you couldn't get your hands on. Now, haven't there been days in your life that you weren't feeling anxious and troubled? Think back. There must have been days where you were carefree and you weren't dreading that nighttime, the bedtime rituals, getting into bed, start staring at the ceiling, waiting for babies to start crying and spouses to start yelling and whatnot. You remember those days when you could just go to bed and have a wonderful night? Your brain and your body, they know that you've had them. They remember them all too well. But you've been receiving so many triggers lately, which is logical, but you've been receiving so many triggers lately that it's gone sort of into a preserved state. It seems stuck in a state now, but the important part is that it knows that there is a different state of being, and it remembers it well. The subconscious mind, it doesn't forget a single thing, not a smell, not a picture, not a sound, not a feeling. You could compare it to your phone with unlimited storage, the one that you want when you're trying to take a picture and all of a sudden it's full. That doesn't happen to your brain. Everything from the moment that you were born is in here, in that subconscious unlimited space. And it just needs a bit of rewiring and reconnecting. And then surely, with so much knowledge up here that has been building up here for so many years, there will be a solution in there to get back to that happy setting. And when you feel happier and more comfortable within yourself, you are then creating space for more relaxation. space for more understanding for your partner's opinions, space for your own ideas, and room to talk about like adults instead of a bundle of anxious, annoyed, overwhelmed anger. I can't promise you that your baby will never cry again, but I can promise you that once you get unstuck of that thought pattern that you are now stuck in, and you get to see all the potential solutions and you get to verbalize them properly again, when you get a handle on a situation, I mean, you're open to explore these situations again, then that's where lies the key to that happy and relaxed state that you used to know. And yes, I understand that there's now a baby thrown in the mix, which changes things around a bit and it makes it a bit more of a challenge, but you are a very resourceful person. You just need to tap into these resources and to open up to a different way of thinking about the problem. And that is when you're going to feel instant relief. And you know what they say, happy mummy, happy baby. Need some help or guidance to get you back to a good space and to make it even more efficient and effective? Please get in touch. Take care.